Like, yeah, This is what the business. It was
All of that street gossip.
what is
Queen of the
going
hood,
on?
your question. You know I am. You may not like it. Gossip. You been talking Erica. I'm coming through your neighborhood. That's so funny. There ain't.
I do apologize. I don't know why that went that way, but you know what, people, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna let D take over the mic today because I talked a little too much and over D last week. How you doing, Mr. D? And we have the beautiful, you know what I'm saying, Carolina from I'm gonna say California. I play too much. I'm sorry, from Atlanta, Georgia, baby. That's sweet tea,
Hey, how
baby.
y'all doing out there?
That's sweet tea,
I'm doing
baby. Don't play with her, baby. But how you doing? Go
We
ahead.
good, we good.
Hit us with some hot tracks on there. What we're gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about a little DMX. We're gonna dive into that a little bit. So I do feel sorry for him, but I'm gonna let D drive today. Don't get bashful. Don't get bashful.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. Like he done ran out the stove. Hey, DD. Well, I guess we can go on here because I don't know what just happened to D. Did he freeze or what happened to him? Are you there?
I'm. I think he's there, but he walked away. He stepped away to look like for a second, but something. I'm not sure.
But anywho, like I do feel bad for DMX, and I'm sure that you have read more than I did on it. I just do see a lot of stuff that's trending, like Claudia on Twitter making a statement, RIP, and the black folks went crazy. You know what I'm saying? For
Exactly.
whatever reason, he's well loved no matter what, his demons are or whatever he's going through or whatnot. He's really, really well loved. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
with that said, tell me what you have been seeing trolling the internet, girl.
Okay. Well, first off, DMX, all condolences, hearts and prayers go out to his family. Even though he's still with us, we're lifting him up in prayer every single minute, hour each day, because we know at the end of the day that doctors don't have the final say, God does. And not
Exactly.
only that, he's a good person. We all fall short. We all a work in progress at some point. And overall, I feel that at this point, if it's meant for him to stay, he'll stay. And I know for a fact that no matter what he's dealing with and going through, God got it, no matter what. So I honestly feel that people at this point should look into the near future, hopefully, knowing that at this time, even though it seemed like a difficult time, God will
Hmm.
turn things around for hopefully for the best.
Well,
That's how I'm looking at it at this point. I've heard many stories about his family, his children, everyone's being affected behind it, including his music, which I
mhm.
feel at this point I'm still shocked and stunned by the whole ordeal myself. When I first heard the news, I was like, that can't be DMX. He go in, he go hard, he grind
Right,
all day,
right,
every day. And at
right,
this point, it's just like, okay, what do? All we can do at this point is pray and keep hope alive
right.
for him and his family.
Pray is just not even a word. That's just how I feel about, I just think that, we as a whole, just pray for him because I mean he done went through a lot. I see a lot of clips that kind of bother me a little bit
Hmm.
about, he speak about who gave him, drugs. He speak about a lot. And his story is someone else's story. And
Exactly.
it's just I'm not for sure if his mom or anybody raised him, but I do know that somebody definitely wasn't around, like a good adult or some mentor or something like that.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Somebody should have been talking to him a little harder. I don't
I
know if
agree.
they were scared of him. You think they were scared of him? You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say so much
To
scared.
even try to talk to him.
At some point, maybe they were because probably didn't exactly know exactly how to approach him. At some point, I'm thinking that's my
Mhm.
guess. But even if they knew how to talk to him, you have to have the right words to say to an individual. Because most
Mm-hmm.
times when a person is troubled, they're going through things, they're actually trying to reach out for help. And if you're not being attentive and you're not being supportive, they're not going to open up. And maybe that was his only outlet at that minute. We don't know. We weren't there. But I'm
Right.
sure something may have triggered it, but we don't know what that is,
I
unfortunately.
just hope nobody gave him, even though drugs is bad, but you have
Hmm.
people who give you bad dope. You get what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
being that he has so much, he probably has so much in his system, they probably say he OD. But sometimes you get bad dope, and when
Right.
you get bad dope, it can kill you. You know what I'm saying? If you
Hmm.
don't have the right drugs, and you just never know. Some people is hateful. You know, you know,
Exactly.
look what happened to Whitney.
Right.
Who knows what happened, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? And I
Exactly.
mean, beautiful people are those people are so gifted. That's the biggest thing that bothers me. Like you could have someone. I seen a clip of him doing the Our Father prayer. Like you have somebody that strongly gifted, right?
Right.
You think I could lead a prayer? I wouldn't know. Obviously I can get on my knees and pray for things that I need, but just to be so. I think he's a poetry or something. He was, but he
Yes.
was well spoken.
Right.
And it kind of bothered me. I posted it on my Facebook, and when I tell you he's deep, and I'm like,
Yes.
how you have someone that deep and so smart and can critique a sentence or a phrase or music and you know and they just so messed up in the head. Like, I'm not meaning it in a mean way, but
Hmm.
in a way they just not, I guess to say the word perfect. Not supposed to be perfect, but in a way that you don't have those amount of demons following you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I don't get it. Like, I see a lot of people, talented people other than him, just as well talented.
Hmm.
They basically, you know, is so talented until like they have to have a flaw. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So those are things that basically bothers me. Like you see all these talent, I say, damn, he's so talented. Why? Like you like why? Like
Yes.
it bothered me when they said it, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking about Claudia, but in my mind, I was thinking that, and
Hmm.
I pray to God that God do push him through. It's
Hmm.
hard to come back from those type of things, but God has to let say so. I just think he's so smart. You cannot. It's just nowhere in the world you can have a person like that and make them a vegetable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, it just that's just my thoughts. What are your take?
I'll say this. I remember a few years back, Lamar Odom, for instance, he went through that similar battle where
Mm-hmm.
he had like I would say, a pitfall at some point. Maybe he was depressed and going through something in his personal life. And sometimes the way we cope and handle things like stress, grief, everyone doesn't cope or heal at the same time. But
Mm-hmm.
that being said, we don't know what's lining back in his mind. We don't
Right.
know what he's going through, what he's been through lately. It may have been something like a flare up, a mental anguish,
Well,
something he
well,
was,
Lamar was partying. He knew what he was doing.
what he may have known. I'm not saying that he didn't know, but
Yeah, he was
we don't
partying and
know.
doing drugs. Yeah,
But
he was
yet,
partying though.
we can't judge because we're not sure
I'm
what
not,
actually led up to it, though. That's
but
the thing.
I'm not judging, but he was partying with strippers and hoes and bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So,
DMX has probably been there too at some point. Probably
but
been down a similar path.
I'm yeah, obviously he's an OG, right? So I'm
Right,
sure he done partied and they done certain things or whatnot. But I'm saying at the time of the incident, right? So
right.
it wasn't like for me, Lamar wasn't in a stressful situation. He just was partying. Now for DMX, like what made him lapse, that's a clue to me. You know what I'm
That's still,
saying?
it's clueless to me at this
Right.
point as well. But I can only imagine what may have been going through his mind at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like similar to a Whitney Houston type of situation, like with her daughter as well. They struggled with addictions as well,
I
and
don't
they
even.
were
Yeah,
they're famous
how you
celebrities as
make
well.
it. like how do you make your child like if you messed up, why would you want your child like that? That's my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't understand that. I definitely don't. But I will say that I have seen people on drugs and I have seen people that clean that's clean, like been clean for years, but
Yes.
one thing, the smell of it or just say I just want to have fun will
Hmm.
trigger you. You know what I'm saying? He might was around it and whoever had him around it, shame on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They know that they know that he was struggling. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And if you know a person is struggling, why would you do that? Like, I just think that if Lord has the last say something, Lord say the same, right?
Right.
And he get pulled out of this funk, right?
Right.
That this a wake up call because you know God gave him a lot of wake up calls.
Yes, he's had many
He didn't
over the
have
years.
several,
He's had
you
many.
know. He didn't have. I ain't gonna say he had no OD type stuff, and you never know. I don't know because I
Hmm.
don't know the history of it. I just know the music part of him, you know.
Exactly.
And being that I'm an adult now, I know him personally. I see him on the regular. I hear his struggles. I hear when he went to jail, he came out. He came out like fat, like thick, you know.
Exactly.
And my thing is, he didn't just do Kane. He, allegedly, you got to say allegedly he done hard because I mean I know he was on the run before,
Yes.
you know, and allegedly he was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on the run before they picked him up before.
Hmm.
So I pray to God that his family, friends, you know, shout out to them because
Exactly.
losing a father, and he's not old. That's crazy. He's gonna
It
really
is.
be a legend, and I hate that they're gonna give him his flowers when he died. They didn't give him to him while he was living. That's the only part I got a problem with. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
Yes.
be DMX this, DMX that. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
know, oh, that's when they get their star. That's when they get in the hall of, the hall of what you call that, rock and roll of fame and all this other
Hmm.
stuff. When they should give these people their flowers, when
Yes.
they're living. And then what's his name? What's that DJ name? What is his name? I can't even think his name. He on there saying because people are posting, I want to see y'all give him money. I mean, I don't know if he said money or I want to see who's gonna talk to him. All this RIP stuff. I
Hmm.
just hate when people do that. Like, don't nobody owe nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? At the
Exactly.
end of the day, don't nobody owe a grown man. That man is grown. That man, his demeanor, he's not too much gonna let nobody tell him what to do and how to do it. You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
And these people, they just, they just say the dumbest shit out their mouth. The man is in a situation. Don't nobody want to hear that. I wouldn't want to hear that. As a child of my father in this situation, I don't need no money from nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Exactly.
sure he have a legacy. I'm sure he got stuff in a way that his children is going to be taken care of. You get me?
Hmm. Financially.
I will hope he
Mhm.
does. You know, but
Yes.
child, R.I.P. to him. Can I ask you something? Did you see? I know they were supposed to do something at the hospital. Did you
Hmm.
hear anything about that? They're supposed to have been doing a rally or something.
I haven't heard anything recent about it. I know they had talks earlier about it. Just whether it jumped off yet, I'm not for sure.
I thought it was supposed to have been the weekend.
Hmm.
I thought
I
that.
think
I
it's
thought it was
approach.
supposed to
It
be the
may
week.
be approaching this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Is the last I
Oh,
heard.
it's this week. Okay, I thought it was supposed to be this weekend gone. So it's this
No,
week.
it should be this
Everybody's
week coming up because today's already the 7th. So hopefully the week of the 10th, about Friday, Saturday, maybe.
right, right.
Hmm.
I do hope that I hope that his family. I just pray, that God will give him just one more chance. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
Just one more. He did. A man of his magnitude shouldn't leave that way. I understand that he did. He did what he did, and he got
Mhm.
his thoughts or whatever about what he did and stuff.
Yeah,
But I pray to God that just give him one more. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
One more chance.
We all deserve at least one more chance, no matter what circumstances are surrounding us. Because at this
Right.
time, I know it's not only difficult for him, it's difficult for the entire family, the friends, the loved ones, and everyone else around the world. He was well known. He's always been a legend. When it came to the hip hop generation, he's one of the best
Right.
old school hip hopsters.
Okay, we're gonna switch a little gears. Before I talk about these transgenders,
All right.
girl, I didn't get to see the Ice Brothers. I was so mad. Did you see it?
Did you see it? You didn't hear about
No,
it?
I was mad.
Okay.
Yes, they said it was gifted. They were they always complaining about something, right?
Right.
Because he played one of R. Kelly things. So now Twitter ready. Black Twitter
Right.
is ready. Black people ain't canceling him. Y'all canceled him. We didn't
Right.
cancel him. So I'm confused about whatever.
Hmm.
We add okay, D back in the building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dean made it back
Hey
up. I
D,
see you.
yeah. I
Glad to
used
have you
the
back,
blow
D.
dryer.
We were a little shaky ground there.
I told you.
Yeah, I used the
Look, you
blow
was
dryer.
doing
I
the
took
mannequin
y'all's
challenge.
advice.
I know the blow dry. I do the blow dry, but we just covered. D's back in the building. We covered the situation with DMX. We talked a little on that, and we're gonna switch a little gears because obviously I had an incident with a transgender over the week, and I can tell you one thing. They really think they're the face of women, and it really pissed me off so bad. I was so mad. I was crying. I was mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Right.
they really try to chest up to women as if they really are women.
Hmm.
It just ain't finna work for me no more. I am gonna write my state representative about it, and that's on everything. Draft something because this is not right, and get a petition because as a woman, we've been fighting for a lot of things a long time, but especially black women, women. Period. I'm gonna say women. Period. What happened was, you guys, I'll tell you what happened. I found a dog. He was a little small thing, about $2,000-3,000 dog, right?
Right.
There's no way in the world possible that dog could have got away because he can't run. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
He could tiptoe, but he can't run. He's just that little, like hand, like in your hand. So the first day, and you know how you try to see where the dog would go. So he
Hmm.
went by our apartment. Well, my son found them actually, and you know how you go see, if he's gonna go to wherever he belongs, stuff like that, because the dog is expensive, right?
Right.
Right.
So he went by a door, knocked on it, they answered the door, and so like I had it for a few days. So pushing, come to Sherburne, walking down the stairs, dog on a leash in my hand, visible, not trying to hide it, no nothing.
Hmm.
This My neighbor asked me something because I did her taxes, and she told me asked me what to do. I told her what to do, obviously.
Hmm.
And after that, she was like, I told her, hold up, let me put the dog in the trash bag up in the thing because I'm finna find my son, whatever, right?
Right.
Right.
Man, this man, woman, about 6'1", chest like he should be a wide receiver or something. You get me?
Hmm.
And in some tights. Say BIT, say da 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 da. That's my dog out, da 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 da. So I jumped in the truck because the dog was scared as hell, right?
Hmm.
And I tried to drive off. As I tried to drive off, she took her size 13 feet and kicked my door. So I have a big nasty dent in my door. Moving forward, her and some other transits, what you call them men, and they men,
Hmm.
follow me up and down the highway. And I'm trying to, my son's trying to get to me fast, right?
Right.
Right.
They telling me to go somewhere else. So I won't say what I got that part, but I was trying to get there, and at the end of the day, the police end up stopping. But you know what they didn't? They didn't come ask me my side. They just basically took her word, and all hell broke loose after that. I knew at that point that women is considered other, especially black women, as other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we still are at the back seat. Even when Rosa Parks sit at the front seat, we're at the back seat. So they telling me, "Oh, it's over the dog. You can just shake hands." I'm looking at my door. I said, "I ain't gonna say what I said because you know you can't say certain things because obviously I'm not mad at every white person or every white human being for things that one white human being, even though you get it a lot or whatnot,
Yeah.
I would not." But in my head, I looked. I said, "I don't know who." I said, "I don't think he understands who he's dealing with. I'm not your typical woman. This is not gonna go under the bus."
Mhm.
So they try to eventually give him criminal mixture and disturbing the peace. So I'm looking around what he was disturbing. I was on a high speed chase, stalking, criminal damage to property. He went through 5 lights behind me. So those are tickets, right? I think so.
Right.
Um, I forgot what the other one was, but you know, I'm being advised real good. So they
Mhm.
still playing with my on my top. I said, I don't know who liked them, but at the end of the day, I don't care what pair of flip floppers you put on. I don't care how many wigs you put on. I don't care how hard you think I look. That's still a man. In the inside of his body, he pump man. The image is an image. He still pump man at the end of the day. And
Mhm.
so they thought I was joking. So I went to attorney affairs. Now he's now going to be charged with felonies. I don't play at all. I'll go to the news. I don't play no games. At the end of the day, if I say I'm not gonna let nothing ride, and I'm not, I only get, I think, spiteful when people bother me. I try to stay out of people's way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you would have said probably to me, maybe, maybe not, hey, how you doing? Can I talk to you? Instead of trying to charge me. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm
Mm.
sure the result would have been different. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I obviously, if you have a dog for 4 days, you didn't got to attach to the dogs. And then the third day, I went on about the dog some stuff, you know.
Mhm.
So I was like, I promise to God, I seen myself as other, nothing beneath a man that want to put on a dress to pretend like he's me, or your mom, or your sister, or your cousin, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And I talked to. Let me tell you something. The man, for me, the man was more like I'd have kept hearing, why didn't I do this with the dog? Why didn't, like turn? I said, my answer was to them because I didn't want to and I have to, right?
Right.
Oh, I'm just saying because it could have, I said, you don't know what it could have prevented. And said at the end of the day, y'all act like y'all more concerned about what I did being a good citizen versus what they did being animals. So I talked to the lady, turned around, focused on the lady. And guess what she said? They're not us. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mm.
They could be whoever they want. She didn't say nothing negative, and I'm gonna make that clear. But she understood what I was saying. And it's sad. I told them this is why women get killed. Because y'all look at things in a nonchalant way to women. And that's how the men keep coming back over and over and over again. When that woman called the police on his man, he done really nearly whooped her ass. She really don't want him. She's not going to the police. She's trying to get away, but you let him out. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Then he go and kill her. I told them straight up, y'all want somebody dead, or you want somebody to kill somebody. I said I watched my mama get killed when I was 8, and I don't want that on my soul. But I'm gonna let you know, if she come to my door like she said she would, I'm gonna leave her there. That's on God, and I meant that. I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I'm gonna leave it there because I know my rights here now. You get what I'm saying? because I was like confused about how to handle it, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to chill. You know, in your head, like you trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Because they trying to say that meant one thing and it wasn't. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say this. Thank you, Barack Obama, for this bullshit. Thank you, Barack Obama. Nothing is equal. Like I understand. I'm gonna say this. I understand if people time. I can understand people want to be harassed or bullied or whatever, but don't say they're equal to me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I done told my story. D, what you think about it?
Uh, Let me start off by saying this. For every black woman that feels like you feel, there's 100 black women who support transgender men. So if you look around, I mean, they're all on TV shows. Um, Tyler Perry was the most famous one. And if you think about it, you know, my grandmama would have never allowed us to watch Tyler Perry in our house because, you know, she was real religious, but images on a young mind, I mean, that's where I think it started because I don't remember no black men being like that when I was a kid. Yeah, I remember sweet guys, feminine
You knew
guys,
they was sweet though.
right?
Yeah.
But nobody wanted to be no full out woman. And like I said, I always see black women with these guys. If you look at Real Housewives of Atlanta, they always had the gay guys on there as their assistants. Um, I think the only way it will change, and I know Erica, you're gonna get mad at me when I say this. Well, I think it's too late to change for our community because it's infiltrated the rap game, and the rap is what controls our community.
Mm-hmm.
It controls the clothes, it controls the fads, it controls what's cool, what's not cool. I mean, I don't know if you seen it the other day, but Meg the Stallion was talking about she wanted to be with this rapper girl named Miami now.
I thought she was going with that guy.
Yeah, she with a guy, but she sent a tweet out in some on Instagram the other day saying I wouldn't mind dating you or something like that to the girl. The girl said,
I think
"Cool."
that was just for image purposes. They just do stuff, but she shouldn't even do that because that makes young girls think who follow her. I get what you're saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I mean, and I think another thing is population control. You realize that how often you see big families, big black families, like you did when we was growing up. My mama
Right.
had six siblings.
Mhm.
My grandmama had like 12 or 13 siblings. Look
Right.
at what you see now. You see men want to be women. You see women want to be men. I mean, and it's always us. When have you ever seen a Mexican or a Arab or an Asian 6 foot man with a dress on? It's always us.
Yeah.
I have never seen it at all, but that's I don't know. What do you think over there, Carol? Go ahead.
I've
Give,
seen a few things from time to time, but I agree with what he mentioned about Tyler Perry. Most of his films in our black community, everyone loves Medea. He's well known for that,
Yep,
amongst other things. And now he's actually collaborating. Wait, I think recently I heard something about he's vaccinating people now
yep,
out of his area, and a lot of people are actually in opposition of the vaccines as well. You
mhm.
know, that goes for the LGBTQ and everyone else out there. They're still inferior of this vaccine. So we don't know where things are headed. On one minute they go left and they shift back to the right. Nobody seems to know what's going on anymore because they keep us in the dark. We're kept in the dark. I recently discovered that there's a new show. I forget the guy named Mark something, where he's actually trying to get people to understand more things about that goes on with people in our Black community, but nobody
Right.
wants to open their ears to listen. Their
It's
minds are
like
so closed off.
right. It's like you have to do something weird or crazy to get them to want to even listen to anything you say. Like you just got to put on a wig, or you got to put on a dress, or a girl got to sag, or a girl got to say, "I want to be with another girl," whatever it is to like
Hmm.
get the attention of something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, let me ask you this: did y'all ever watch that show, Haves and Have Nots?
I did.
I'm not.
I
I had
watched
to
it.
stop watching it because it got so. You had two white men fighting over a black man. That's how bad it was to me.
Hmm.
And
Really?
the show that's on now, my wife was watching it. It's called The Oval, and there's this
Mhm.
other show about a black cult called Ruthless, I think.
Hmm.
She told me she watched it on BET Plus, the uncut version, and you
Right.
actually have men bent over where they showing full frontal, and there's guys on their knees in front of other black men on BET Plus on the same shows
You
that
a
come on
lie.
BET. I'm serious. She even
But
stopped
you know,
watching it.
BT is owned by the white man now,
Oh
so
yeah, yeah,
that's gonna
yeah.
happen now. It's
Hmm.
not even owned by us, and they call it Black Entertainment. It's not owned by even us. I just don't understand how you would sell that like to another person. That vision would never be yours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right, but you got to think those white people that gave Tyler Perry all that money to build that studio up in Atlanta, you have to do what they tell you to do. Yeah, he may be the front man for it and says he owns it,
Okay.
but to get his stuff on TV, they have to do those rituals or whatever you call it, the videos that you see on YouTube. I mean,
For some reason, I don't believe in all that. I believe like it happens. I'm just confused about it. You know.
okay,
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely confused about the. It's like they say everybody. I just don't think everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I
Hmm.
do.
I think it's
Look
a
at the
one
people that,
percent. It's a 1% thing, and you have to like. What's his name? They got them trim from Mariah Carey. What's that man name? What's
yeah,
that boy name?
Nick Cannon.
Nick sold himself out. That movie never came out because you either want your career or you're gonna put that movie out. A Dr. Sabian. It ain't gonna never come out.
Nope.
Right.
He used them people, filmed all this stuff, got them people involved, and now it's a problem.
So let me ask you this: you say you don't believe it. What you think is going on with Ti and Tiny? What you think going on with R. Kelly?
They want to shed Ti up. That's what's going on with
Yeah,
Ti.
they messed. They didn't do whatever these people told them to do. I mean, we all knew about R. Kelly. I heard about R. Kelly marrying a Leo. I think we was in high
But
school
you
when
know,
they
at
said
that
that.
time,
Yeah.
like 15 and 16 wasn't considered pedophile behavior though. They saying it now to tear them down, and they use us to keep saying it is. You had girl 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never said nothing about that. That's why them children was going with R. Kelly, because that's what they was doing back in the day.
Hmm.
Your mother, white women and all,
Right.
groom their children at 14, 15 to marry a man with money that wanted to work. My
Hmm.
mama got married when she was about 15. So that ain't I just don't get it. Like I don't get the pedophile thing. Like I understand a child is nowhere developed, but my friends was having sex. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Don't matter what your age is, the size is going. That size ain't never changing. You might grow a little bit, but when you get to a certain age, them teens, you know what position your bottom half is. You get what I'm saying? So you
Hmm.
use the word age to make it seem old. That's why young people don't respect older people no more, because they constantly, oh, you old, because people say that and say you too old to mess with her. But you had a man that owned a whole Playboy mansion.
Hmm.
Nothing happened to him. play. Everybody was going in there. They were, they allegedly they talked. They had sex till they dick couldn't get up on hard no more. Yeah, nothing. You don't hear nothing about that. Girl, 17 years
But
old.
maybe he was doing, maybe him and people like Elvis was doing what these people wanted them to do. So the police never came for them. I agree with you about the age thing, but that stuff started coming around like the late 90s where age and stuff mattered. I mean, I wouldn't want my 12-year-old going nowhere with no
First and
30-year-old
foremost,
man.
12 years is just too young. Nah, I know 15.
I
I'm
want my
saying,
15 to be with no 30 or
I mean,
40-year-old
obviously
man.
you wouldn't want
Right.
to, but Kara, that our homegirls, they seen the niggas with the Negroes with the bones and gold. They seen big
Yes.
pockets of money. I mean, obviously, as a parent, you don't want that, but
Right.
you can't tell them what to do when you're not around them. And you can't
Exactly.
tell no grown man not to get on hard. That's nature. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
But the stuff with R. Kelly, I think the parents was getting paid and those payments stopped.
I
agree. I agree.
That
1,000%.
I 100% agree with you on that.
I
I
agree.
100% agree with you on it. I just believe R. Kelly knew they was grown, and I'm gonna take care of them and not you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't even to keep their mouth shut. He was just breaking them off. They make it like they. And guess what? If he was paying, that means that you were selling your child. That should be a charge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If he gonna be in jail, the parents gotta go
I've
too.
been said
I
that.
agree. They should have been locked them all up.
Cause ain't no.
Long time
Let me
ago.
tell you something. When you really 15, you can go to jail. I know that for a fact. So I don't understand. You say you try to get your daughter at 14, 15, whatever years it was, right? And you couldn't get them. Because the law don't play with those age groups. This a man that status was uphill. They would have loved to be and get R. Kelly. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he controlled the industry and they was mad with it. Oh, you hear nigga and stuff. He illiterate.
Right.
That damn illiterate, that motherfucker made me believe that I could fly. You feel me? He had me believe I could do the bump and grind, all that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yes.
That little
fan.
motherfucker made me want to
feel
go
you.
have churn. You feel me? All of y'all laughing shit. You put that music on and your lady or somebody swinging from the damn ceiling.
They're not gonna make me stop listening to him. I've always been a diehard R. Kelly fan, and my take on the whole thing is, I have a beef with his ex-wife Andrea. She was a dancer.
I hate that hoe.
Whatever she had going on in her life, she was mentally disturbed at some point. Because how is it that you're married to a man, you knew what the deal was? That's how he found you, right? You became a dancer, and then you married him. You not only had one child by him, you had 3. So then you want to cry wolf later and says, oh, well, he's this, that, and the third. You run over to LMN and try to make a movie about him. But why would you throw him under the bus at that point?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Because she wanted fame and didn't have it. Because if I know somebody's a creep or a creature like that, I wouldn't want to carry their last name.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't dare carry their last name. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wouldn't dare want any associate. I would never call his name. I'll be ashamed to even say it. I slept with this man. I think they both allegedly, in my mind, I think she was doing threesomes with him and whoever else. She was doing whatever he wanted her to do. So if he peed on somebody, he peed on her. Allegedly. She had to be a nasty motherfucker. You feel me? So you know one thing, that man ain't married her because she was a dancer. She had to be a nasty SOB. Don't you think?
Exactly.
They say he was a big freak now, so she was doing some things.
He was doing more than dancing, we'll say that.
He was doing more than that one step.
What type of moves is the question? What type of moves was she giving him? What type of signals was she saying? She
probably was swallowing it, dropping it down, rubbing it down. It might disappear. You never know. You make something disappear, man, like the fuck.
Exactly. I don't know
Like,
whether
that
you
was
all
here.
did you guys get a chance to see the David Chappelle skit that what he did with
Yeah.
R. Kelly? That was
Yeah, I
I
saw
hilarious.
did not.
it. Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah,
I
that
like
was
What was
one of
your
the
David
take on that,
best.
D? What
Chappelle.
was your take on it?
Oh, it was on point. That was one
Right.
of my favorite ones, other than the
Likewise.
Clayton Bigsby stuff.
Oh yeah.
The R. Kelly one.
You know, David Chappelle is really a good skit writing
I
person.
like him a lot. He's
I
so
like him
down
when
to
he
earth.
did Prince. I didn't see that one, but I'm gonna go
Yeah.
look it up so I can laugh with y'all. But yeah, I was out of that one. You know, I was out the loop on that one or
Yeah.
whatever. But
He did a couple shows out here like last weekend and I think 2 weeks from now, but they so expensive. The cheapest ticket is like $500.
Wow. Why so much?
he that nigga.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He that
He
nigga.
not doing no improv or no comedy clubs. He
Right.
doing it at the House of Blues. And
Right.
you got to
He
take
that
a
nigga.
test. Yeah, you got to take a COVID test before you can even come in.
I'm telling you.
Mhm. So that means you down there spend $2,000 to deal with him.
Exactly.
Yeah, food, drinks.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm sure it's worth it.
I don't think he
Yeah.
is funny as y'all think. Like, I think he's a good skit writer,
We
but like
don't.
a real funny person, I don't think he's funny. I'm just gonna be honest. I seen one of
He
his
better
stand up.
than Kevin Hart.
He's a lot better than Kevin. I have to
First,
say
and
that.
first, well, hold on. Let me help y'all. Kevin Hart is not funny at all. He's Uncle
No.
funny.
I
He's
did not like
Uncle.
him. He's
He's
the cornball to me.
he's Uncle funny, and he's the new generation funny because my children to see something and think it's so funny on the Instagram.
Yep.
I say, well, that wasn't funny. Well, you don't
Nope.
get it. That's why I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't. You know.
Nope.
Right.
So he's the new millennium funny. He's not. None of these people like Cat. I ain't gonna like Cat Williams. Oh my god. I would love to see him. I probably pay $500 to see him.
Yeah.
Cat gonna have your ovaries on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Cat, I seen him on some interview, and what that lady said, whatever she said to his ass for.
What are you talking about?
Whatever her name, she a comedian too, I think.
Is it some more?
No, not some more. Some more funny as hell.
She is hilarious. She's
No,
one of the most.
This was kind of. She was kind of big. She was on one of the. I don't know if she was a host, but she was playing with him, and he wasn't playing with her.
Wow.
She was talking about his perm, and what she did that for, girl. That girl was dying. I was like, girl, you better turn this shit up. You know, like sometimes somebody driving a person so hard, you just like, just shut up.
Yes.
You ain't finna win. I know you feel played, but you're not finna win. Just say you got it. Shit.
Yeah.
He is funny as hell. Him, I don't think Chris Tucker funny no more. He used to be funny.
What about Bruce? Bruce, one of our legends too. He's hilarious.
Yeah, Bruce funny. I don't think, you know what? I don't think Steve Harvey funny either.
You don't think so? Not as much as he used to be. No.
I never thought he was funny. I'm being honest.
When I watched the Kings of Comedy, I think it was Bernie Mac #1.
You damn right.
I love him.
Mac, yes, Bernie Mac was the shit.
Yeah, Steve Harvey was last, and you could put DL or who was the other guy? It was DL.
I never.
It was just those three. It was DL with Steve Harvey.
Well, there was a fat one too.
Yeah. Oh, Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, those three. The other people I remember.
Cedric was okay. He was okay, but if you give me that those comedians, like when I was coming up, just give me some people who are really genuine funny.
Red Fox, Sanford and Son, I love it.
Yeah, like give me your 5 top people that we're gonna start with our guest Caroline.
Okay, well I would have to say
5 top comedians.
My 5 top comedians. First off, I would have to say Red Fox. He's hilarious. I watch him each night. Sanford and Son.
Mm-hmm.
The second one would be Robin Harris. The way he looks, his mannerisms, I'm just on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Third person, I would say, actually, it's kind of like it's a tie, I would say.
You know, who you finna say? Because I'm finna be real mad because this other person should have been the first one.
I don't
you
know.
tripping?
This guy, he's really, I forget his name. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. He is so
Mhm.
hilarious to me. He was
Mhm.
up there with Red Fox.
Who you talking about? I'm
Um,
gonna be real mad if you don't call his goddamn name.
I'm trying to think of his name
All
now.
right, listen, give me your 5 people because she done made me mad. This should have been number 2 and number 1. Go ahead, D.
I'll say it was Richard Pryor #1 for me because I used to sneak
That
and listen
bitch,
to my daddy
what?
tape.
That's who I was trying to think about.
Yeah,
Girl, how you gonna forget Richard Pryor? He should have been Richard Pryor, girl.
Girl,
Richard
it slipped
Pryor.
from my mind. I'm sorry.
Then Eddie Murphy was 2. Uh,
Yes,
I'll say this is old school. Red Fox and then Robin Harris.
they were
But
hilarious to me.
but
I agree.
with when we went to see a comedy show,
The phone is something
maybe
on, something echoing, but go ahead.
we went and saw a comedy show about 9 months ago at the Improv. And
Right.
like the guy was saying, comedy ain't the same no more. That's why you don't see the big shows no more because you can't talk about nothing no more without nobody getting offended.
Exactly.
They can't show the old
David
comic
Chappelle
dudes
told
on
him,
TV no
yeah, but
more.
David Chappelle told him it's time to leave his show because he's gonna say what the fuck he want to say. And he
Right.
talking about everybody. But look, let me see what my 5 people is. It is Richard Pryor's #1. Fred Sanford. I ain't gonna lie, Eddie Murphy was in my 3rd because Eddie Murphy had me laughing. When he did stand up, he was always funny. I don't like. Let me see who the other guy was. Come on, Erica. Come on, Erica. Come on,
I was
Erica.
trying to think, and my mind got a little cloudy on me. I apologize.
My mind just got clouded because I thought about all 5 of them, and now I can't even say the other 2.
That's what happened with
I
me
don't.
a minute ago. I'm sorry.
Oh, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is 4 that I think is real funny, like genuine funny, and Cat Williams. Like people I know that can sit and sit and make you laugh the whole time and make you want to pee on yourself. Like the
Yes.
other people is like they could tell stories and make you laugh. Like I'm talking to my uncle, and you know you talk about things your parents done and you laugh.
Right.
I could do that myself. I don't need them.
Yes.
But I will say, Cat Williams, his show is the shit. Even what that boy name that played as Day Day? What that boy name?
Who?
Mike
Friday.
Epps.
Mike Epps.
Micah Epps is funny.
Yes, I like him too.
Yeah, Micah Epps is funny. Like I look at people who could really make you laugh and make you hurt and make you love everything about what you see. You know what? I went to Cole. You know Cole. I didn't know he was a comedian. When I tell you, girl, he was so funny.
I love him. He's fun. The guy that plays on Blackish, Dion Cole, is that him?
No, the Cole that played on Martin.
On Martin.
Oh, that one.
I did not know he was a comedian. He is, when I tell you, nasty funny. What? Girl,
The funniest comedian I done seen in public, you're not gonna believe this,
Who?
but was Donnell Rollins, the dude that played. Yeah, the dude that played Ashley Larry on Chappelle's show.
Yes.
If you ever seen his stand up, you laugh from the time he get up there till the time he sit down.
That's a comedian.
I've seen him on Laugh-Palooza. He is hilarious though.
Not somebody telling the story and you laugh, then you stop. Then you laugh, you try to wait for the next punchline, then you stop.
Yeah.
I done watched, like I said, I done watched Rich and I ain't gonna lie, Bill Cosby.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah.
He didn't curse though.
Huh?
Right.
He didn't even curse.
Funny, he was funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
I tried watching his HBO show. It wasn't.
Oh God,
I fell asleep.
He really, well, you know, obviously, when I was coming up, and I ain't seen him when he got older. When he was in his prime, he was funny as hell, and he did not curse. And I remember Eddie Murphy called Richard Pryor and that Bill called him and say, "Man, you gotta slow down with all the cursing." He said, "Do you make people laugh?" He said, "Yes, sir." He said, Richard Pryor said, "Well, tell Bill to have a coconut smile and shut the fuck up." Man,
I remember that one.
Oh my God, that was that.
Hey Z, y'all remember? I bet y'all don't remember these 2 famous comedy shows they used to have back in the 90s. See if you can name one of them.
You talking about comedy shows?
It was just like a comedy series that came on at
Somebody Living
night.
in Color?
Yeah, that's one.
Where was it?
In Living Color.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what was the
Remember
other
this?
one?
We had Comic View. Remember that? We had
Yeah, I
Def
Yeah,
remember
Comedy
Cotton
Jam.
View. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that.
What's another one?
I don't know shit.
yeah. That's all I remember.
Yeah, them the only ones I really watched because I knew that they were gonna have somebody on there funny. Like a lot of
Yeah.
the other stuff was like,
Well, who used to host Def Comedy Jam? You remember the main person who hosted it?
Chris
hmm.
Tucker, huh?
And Martin
No,
Lawrence.
no, no, Martin. Yeah, Martin.
Ooh, I
Martin.
forgot
Martin.
about Martin. Yeah, Martin was
We
funny.
forgot about Martin. Martin is hilarious
Yeah.
too.
Martin
See,
is funny as
I've
fuck.
never seen this comedy
I
show.
seen
He's
him when
supposed
he
to
was
come
young.
here in November.
Listen,
we
I don't
forgot
know about
about Martin, guys.
I don't know about the old version of that nigga.
Yeah,
The younger version of that nigga was funny. Chris
Oh
Tucker
yeah,
was
yeah,
funny. They didn't
yeah.
got old and they want to be grown. Like nigga, you
I'm
ain't.
telling you, you can't say nothing without people getting upset.
But you're a
right.
comedian. I wouldn't give a fuck. Like
Yeah, but
I
you
ain't
got
gonna lie.
sponsors and stuff.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I never sit in front at a comedian show ever. Don't
Hmm.
ever
It
be
doesn't bother me.
say what you want. They have a night. You gonna be the night.
I don't care.
A girl was a night girl. I was like, ooh. I said, Erica, don't laugh too hard because that motherfucker keep looking over here, God. I was over there. Look, I said I wanted to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Someone else did it, and what they did that for? He said, "What the fuck, I'm bored or something? The fuck, I'm getting in the middle of my show. Sit your motherfucking ass down. Hold it, man. Let me tell you something, y'all. The comedian show, but they really just having fun, like.
Yeah.
But you gotta have tough skin, and this new generation soft.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
But
did
know.
it to
laughter's good
him.
for the soul, don't you think?
Well, we
Isn't it
know
good
that.
for the soul?
We know that.
Laughter.
Well,
Yeah,
we
but
know
it's a
that.
different type of laughter because some of the videos they show me on TikTok, I don't think it's funny at all.
None
I
of
can't
them.
stand TikTok. It's
None
so
of them.
irritating.
Like I ain't gonna lie, some
Annoying.
videos rather than I put some stuff up and putting stuff there like recording stuff from TikTok because I ain't gonna lie, like some people do, they do some good TikTok videos, but you got some everybody dying laughing, and I'm trying to figure out why you laughing. Like I don't, I just didn't get the punchline. You just don't get
Right.
what you're laughing about.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
not tripping. They sit there, they be like, you look, mama, and I'm like, what's funny about it?
Yeah.
Oh, you just don't laugh for nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, I laugh when shit be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got this, they just got this imagination shit that be going on in the top of their head, bro. That's all I can say.
But we did
But
it to them. You got to think they the first generation that had a cell phone in their hand from the time they were
children.
toddlers. You know,
Right.
I held out as long as I could. My kids had a, a flip phone until
You
they
ought
were
to be a
like
damn
9 and 10
Oh, okay. I mean, you ought to be a damn
because
shame. My
well
daughter
we
had
just was
an iPhone.
oh no we would just give them that like if we was taking them somewhere to call home because I didn't want my kids looking at no porn when I wasn't around. all
Oh,
Exactly.
all these little girls is doing OnlyFans. They start looking at that stuff when they were kids,
Hmm.
and now their minds are so perverse. I mean, how could they ever be in a real relationship?
Exactly.
sure is.
It's sad. I don't know what happened to our generation, and they dropped the ball when. And it's funny that you mentioned that because nowadays the parents are scared to even approach the children.
Sure.
They're trying to sit there and make negotiations with about their devices that they purchased for them. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
if you can't make the grade, there's no way I'll let you play a Xbox or a PlayStation. Believe it or not, my son does virtual learning, and I'm having one of the best schools here in Georgia in Fayette County. But at the same time, he has to do his work first before he even talk about play a game. I'm like chores, work, everything is a responsibility. And that's why these kids are so messed up now because that's all they know is playing games all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna make y'all laugh. My son had got his girlfriend when my oldest son when he was about 18. He really, really, really I guess was in love. And then y'all, this dude is so stupid. Like Florida report cards is like you have a column for behavior and you have a
Mhm.
column for grades. But I
Right.
didn't do that. So just imagine you going to the school every day because he's not doing his work. But yeah, he bring you a report card with straight A's and B's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he brought it to me and I was happy. Then
Yeah.
I went sit in my room for a minute and the devil say that nigga lying so wrong with the damn report card, Eric. So I got up and I said, let me see the report card again. So I'm taking the report card, flipping around, just trying to look to see if something was altered or something like that. So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, something ain't right about this report card, dude. You just in hot water with them people almost with an F. How you can get an A? They just gave me extra work, blah 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 blah. Right?
Uh-huh.
So I ain't say nothing. I left the house like I was
Mhm.
going somewhere. I went to one of his friends' house,
Right.
and I said, "Y'all got your report cards, right?" I
Mhm.
said, "Yeah, Jacquees gave me his report card today." I said, "What you got?" I'm talking to the boy mama, so he
Mhm.
can't lie. He said I got he had A's and B's though for real. So I
Mhm.
said, well, let me see your report card, girl. Why he had didn't erase the grades and left the conduct grades there?
What?
I'm not understanding how to read the report card.
Mhm.
Girl, I dogged his ass out, took his phone, everything. Why he got so mad, girl?
Mhm.
He left the house. Said he don't want to stay here no more.
What?
Yeah. 3 days later, he come home, walked in the door like everything was good. I said, baby, when you draw blood, you gotta go.
That's it.
Girl, he looked at my son was cooking. You can't go in other people's homes and eat like you want to.
Right.
You can't storm the cabinets like you want to.
Mhm.
You can't go up in there and sit on a people's toilet for 2 hours like you want to. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? You
Mhm.
have to be in a little corner at
Mhm.
these people's house because you can't go all over your room like you want to.
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, nigga, I said, like this nigga, you ain't finna, first and foremost, you're not finna walk in my house and didn't even apologize. So get your ass up out of here. And when
Right.
I feel like talking to you, I'm gonna talk to you. And when I
Mhm.
talk to you, you better have a motherfucker, you better know what to say.
Yes.
He can't like Reginald, this is the first time ever Reginald just didn't laugh, but he was laughing inside. He said, I ain't gonna lie. He said that nigga looked at hungry. He said I was cooking bacon, a bacon sandwich with cheese and whatever. And he said his mouth was hanging.
You've been hungry
He
too.
was all, I don't give a damn that you chose what you chose. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he did come back, guess what? He ain't tried no more.
I bet he did.
They'll
I'm
try it,
glad
but
all
he
my
ain't try that
kids
one
are
no more.
18 and above now.
Cause I took your phone because you made bad grades. You wanna don't want to live here no more.
Mhm.
Cause you want to talk to that girl. So obviously we did a lot of stuff we weren't supposed to do and stuff. And we finna get ready to chop it up, chop it down. I just want to talk about Obama the ugly self. He's a handsome man, but obviously I just think like he kind of screwed some stuff up for us, you know? And I just think like he did not do nothing for us to help us. I feel less. I feel that day, the other day when all that stuff, I felt less than a woman. And people can say racist stuff. I never felt so you know crazy ever until that encounter. And I'm sitting there like something wrong with you, y'all people in y'all head. If y'all really think that's referring that to she goes as she. She she that's a man. You don't see how big them feet is? You don't see how
Yeah,
big
but
them
they'll get
hands
in
is?
trouble for that though. They can't do that.
Right.
What?
The police officers have to refer to them as their chosen sex.
Well, no, you can't. Now, I wouldn't say it on your ID.
Yeah, but they can't do that. I mean, they they done made a big stink about that. I mean, you have to identify a person as what they're choosing to be, not by their name.
So you telling me if I arrest you, you say your name is Kim, but your license said Joe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna arrest you as I'm gonna put in the booking your name
No, you're
Kim.
gonna write their real name down, but as far as a prefix, you have to respect what they identify as.
What the fuck is going
But
on?
that's what I'm telling you. Why we were so I hope y'all don't get mad at me, but
Oh,
remember, I
don't get
kept
no.
coming
We
out
don't get
about
mad.
Obama. While we was so happy just to say we had a black man in there,
Hmm.
we were, I mean, giving up so much as far as legislation, as far
Agree.
as being ignored. I
Agree.
mean, just like this with Biden, okay, we don't know what's in these stimulus packages. All we want is a $1,400. That's all we worried about. And it was the same thing under Trump. It was the same thing under Obama. You don't know what's in the legislation. They could talk. They could have one talking point, and a person to vote for him and say, "Oh yeah, that's what I want right there. I'm gonna
Hmm.
vote for him because he said this." With Obama, it started, and I just couldn't believe the bathroom bill when they came out with that. I was just like,
Oh my
"Wait a
God.
minute."
You
I
want
was
your
just about to touch on that.
what you,
Yeah,
Wow, go ahead.
when they started there here in Houston back like up in '09 or somewhere around there, and I was telling my parents about it back in Baton Rouge,
mhm.
and I just couldn't believe that
You
a
thought it was
man could
okay
put a
for a
dress
man to be in the
on.
same bathroom with my daughter.
Right. My daughter went and we went to the mall one day, and there was a man who just happened to be in the stall that she went in. He jacked off on the toilet paper
Oh my God.
thing. So when she reaches for the toilet paper, that's what she touches. So I seen the guy come out the bathroom. My daughter comes out the bathroom, and I mean, she hysterical. But
Hmm.
what could I do? I mean, that's his right to be in there. That's the law now.
Exactly.
Mhm. I
You
would have
can't
beat the
prove
fuck
that he
out.
did that.
I would have beat the man. Let me tell you something. I probably know I would have been in jail.
Hmm.
You don't want no hate crime against
I don't give a fuck.
no
Let me explain
LGBT
something.
person.
Let me let
Huh?
Exactly.
me let me explain something. When I was done explaining myself to but who I needed to explain myself to, guess what? They didn't care about a LQRG or whichever y'all call it. Man, I swear to God, y'all. I was looking up the genders. Do you know they got a bunch of
There's like 50 of them,
preference?
100 of them, huh?
They have a lot of preference, and I say this is too much.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They have a lot of preference, and this is called this for this, and this is called for this for that, and this is called for this for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But are
And
you also aware that they have differences within the work corporations as well? They have the same or more, if not more privileges than we do?
Oh, yes.
listen to me. I can promise you, I would not vote for another Democrat. Never again. That's on everything. After what happened the other day with this
Hmm.
whatever,
But a
I
lot
would
of people
never
don't think like you, though, because
vote for other
your internet
Democratic.
messing up again.
Hmm.
I don't care. I don't care who it is.
You freezing.
Yes, Fraser.
No, I mean you have to experience. Sometimes you got to experience something to realize. You know, huh?
You freezing.
You can hear me, Kara.
I hear you,
Kara,
but it's like it's fubbing a little
you can hear
bit.
me.
I hear you,
Yeah.
but you were fubbing.
Hello, hello.
Yes,
I'm gonna put her back.
I'm still here.
She back.
You back? You can hear me
I'm still
now?
here. Yes.
Okay. So you hear me good now?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm just saying. Okay. Okay. After what happened this week, they ain't got to worry about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I don't care what you don't give me because you giving people a hard time to getting their $1,400 anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm not voting for no more Democrats at all because they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least the Democrats fighting for your freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And stuff like that. So that's where I'm at. I'm not voting for another Now, for a state level, I probably would vote Democrat because I mean, I don't like some of the stuff the Republicans do on the state, but in that House, I want to become like a Republican. I mean, a
Okay.
Republican voter because I'm right now. I changed my party to other, like
Hmm.
I could do this or I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like an underdecided person, whoever I feel that is best for the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if Trump run again, I'm gonna put him in office. I'm gonna help put him in office.
You're gonna
I ain't
be
gonna
too
lie.
old,
Oh,
Trump.
oh, Trump running. He already said
Yeah,
it. He getting
he
this.
gonna be too old though.
He gonna run. He ain't gonna run it. Run it. You know his family gonna run it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
His
I
family
think
definitely gonna run it.
what you see me putting on my posts all the time about black people being independent. The
Hmm.
reason why the Democrats don't do nothing for us is because they already know they got us. The Republicans not gonna do nothing for us because they know we're not gonna vote for them no matter what.
Hmm.
So if we become more
Hmm.
independent, like Hispanics vote for both sides,
Hmm.
and that makes both sides solicit their vote. I mean, you got Democrats and Republicans helping those people.
Right.
Hmm.
While you got black people still here saying, "Oh, well, we Democrats, vote the straight Democrat ticket."
I agree.
Hmm.
What you doing, Erica?
I'm not doing that no more.
Where you at?
I'm back. I'm back. I click off and click back on. Y'all can
Yes.
hear me?
Yeah, you got to get off of that AOL. I done told you.
I'm not on AOL. Everything they put some Wi-Fi in my apartment, and my internet been tripping ever since. So I might have to call the people in because they trying to give us Wi-Fi in the apartments now. So they
Yeah,
connected something, and ever since then, all my shows been going, pretty good. Just something with the internet. So I don't know. We've been doing
you.
fine until now.
What you in Georgia, Carolyn?
Yes, I'm in Atlanta. I live in Fayetteville, Georgia.
Okay. I had some dudes. It's always dudes who want to argue and insult me on my post.
Hmm.
But with the thing with Stacey Abrams saying about giving illegal aliens that making giving them the scholarships out of Georgia, um, I've been telling black people this for the longest.
Hmm.
They for some reason, I don't know why people can't see it, but where do you think these people are going to work at? Where you think they're gonna? I mean, they not coming here to take no white people's jobs.
They're taking all
It,
of our jobs. I'm happy you
right,
mentioned it. And
right.
that's my take on it.
But why is our leaders, our so-called politicians, so in favor of it? That's what I don't
That
understand.
you know why? Because it gets them votes. It gives them leverage on what their agenda is.
But you
That's why.
selling your people out.
That
I'm just,
exactly.
I'm just telling
Which
you
is the
what it's
worst.
about.
Which is the worst. It's
Yeah.
absolutely the worst.
I mean, and I argue with some. These are black men that come against me. I could say something about illegal aliens, and I'll have 10 to 15 black men arguing with me, telling me meet them somewhere and all that type of stuff over illegal aliens. And most black people don't even know what's going on because y'all not seeing them like we seeing them here in Texas right now.
Exactly.
First and foremost, I said the Japanese took our nail shops from black women because that was our thing. The gays then took over the hair salons because you don't see no black women doing no celebrity hairs anymore. You don't see no,
Mm-mm.
even you going in the hood, you see gay people doing women hair now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just don't understand. We're gonna be pushed in a corner in a minute.
You miss
We
one.
just is.
You
Huh?
miss one. There's a Mexican
What
girl.
what I mean?
There's a Mexican girl out here in Houston that all the black
Mm-hmm.
celebrities go to get their hair braided. She was braiding James Harden hair. She does all the big names. She on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Black celebrities fly into Houston to get this Mexican girl to braid their hair.
I've heard about her.
So they even
Well,
taking that over.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. While black people are always on the front lines, want to defend, defend, defend every other race. I seen black people talking about stop Asian hate. I was like, damn, you realize they got videos of Asians beating black women with sticks and shit in a nail shop? Tell
Yes.
them to stop hating on us. Shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
girl, you sit,
It's
y'all
a mess.
sit. Oh,
Did you all see
that
that
Asian
little
stuff.
boy the
I'm
other
not.
night on the news?
Who?
Did you see? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go
No,
ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
you go.
Okay, here's my thing, my take on the whole thing. Did you all get a chance to watch the world news the other night with the little boy that was wandering in Texas and his parents had left him? He woke up or something, they were gone.
Mm-mm.
I think he's like 8, 10 years old, maybe. However, he was walking around in circles, stranded. And if someone eventually came to save him and capture him, and they felt sorry for him, but they're saying at least 20,000 people or more at the borders every day. So
Yep,
my question is, who do you think is going to be affected behind all this? We have already gone through the pandemic, we've gone through
yep,
unemployment, and now this. I understand Biden want to open up the country, but I think he just opened up a can of worms because now
yep,
they're not only taking our jobs, they're taking everything away. They come
yep.
over here, they live better than us. We can't get along, we can't get nothing. We live born and raised here on
Girl,
American
them people don't
soil.
even have, I don't, you just struck a nerve because them motherfuckers don't even have Social Security numbers. They give them credit cards, they give them
They get
loans, they give them
Yep.
all
everything.
they have all they live a luxurious life. 10 of them live in the house. They have fine cars. They have access to everything. But we ourselves, we go and apply for one little petty loan and we're
Yep.
automatically rejected. But they can come in and get groceries. They lay up and make babies all day and night
Yep.
long. And they're the only people. You're gonna laugh when I tell you this. I saw a clip on YouTube once. I don't know if you ever saw it. May want to pull it up. They're the only
Mhm.
people I know who can sit back and drink tequila shots all night with beer and build a real house in one day.
Yep. They
No
can.
joke.
That's true. That's
That's
all I work with. Oh, okay, I own my own trucks. I got a contract with the company that I lease to.
Hmm.
Uh, the white man got me in with them. They run the warehouse,
mhm.
and so I have to deal with them. But at
Hmm.
that warehouse, I got a video where I asked them why y'all don't hire black people. I was because they didn't know I was recording, and they had all the excuses. They were saying it jokingly, but it's true. There's over 20 employees there, and not one black
So
person works
where's
at
the
that
equal
warehouse.
opportunity? You made white people have to
It
have so
it
many
don't
blacks.
no,
You
but
made
they can they're minorities, so that goes out the window. You don't have to
no no
have a
Automatic.
no no
black.
no no no. Listen though, you make white people have to have a percentage of black people on a job, and they're the only
Not black
race that
people.
don't have to. Oof,
It's not black people, it's minorities. You
I don't
got to have
understand.
minorities on the job.
I agree with you, but well, there's another thing too. But how is it that they can go out there and do all the landscaping, which they do an excellent job with that? They do one heck of a job, all the skyscrapers and all. But how is it that you can go report to work or whatever time they go to work, because they usually come to work every day. But how is
Yep.
it that they can build things and be intoxicated at the same time? Where do we do that at?
Because is no system to check them. Okay, they
I
got
don't know.
illegal aliens working at the warehouse. How they getting a paycheck?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
How do they do that? How do they bypass
Oh,
that?
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm no. I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you. I'm a tax preparer, right? And I don't do it, but I I was approached one time about doing it. You have people that would be using someone else's name, their social. They
Hmm.
use their life. That's how they get paychecks.
Yeah. But
I promise
okay,
on
I
the
have.
Lord. You have
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
I-
sorry.
no. I'm just saying that's how they get around it. They're using
Yeah.
someone's name, someone's information. Someone is getting them IDs and everything under this particular person's name. Like sometimes that's why they say check your credit, or like like say for instance this one guy when the guy approached me, he had been working under this man's name for 15 years. If that man
Mhm.
died right now, his people gonna get so much money and benefits because he worked hard, but he's under
Yeah.
someone else's name.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell you, out here, I think all the car lots and stuff is financed by the cartel. I can screenshot you an ad of their little Mexican car lots. It says no ID, no insurance, bring your down payment. Now think about it. How can a person now they don't have car lots out here no more that have cars that's over 2 years old. How could you go buy a car
Hmm.
and not have no insurance or driver's license? And it says it on the ad. That's what I'm saying.
But they
They
probably live
they
like that up there where they live, though. It
my
probably
buddies
live.
my buddy sent me a picture from Atlanta of one of those little Mexican car lots like we got out here. They got the Mexican flags at it and
Yes,
all
they
that.
do.
And I'm like, wait a minute, black people been in Atlanta all this time, and they are actually coming to Atlanta now, opening car dealerships, and they
Yes.
nice
Who
cars.
live?
They ain't no hoopties.
Cobb County, I can name a few others. Douglas County, Georgia. There are several car lots in those areas. I used to live in Austell a few years back, and they do have those lots with the different colored flags in front.
Yep.
And they're pretty nice vehicles, I must admit. But like I agree with what you said. You know, it's just like you're playing Russian roulette because that actually they have like these sensors that they place
Yeah.
on GPS tracking devices that are
Yeah.
placed
Yeah.
within or on underneath the vehicle or something. So let's say if you miss a payment, they know exactly where to find the vehicle. They'll come and get it while you
Right.
sleep.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
But think about it like this: as long as we've been here, we've never been able to uh make things happen like that for our people. That's what I
never.
be telling these black dudes that argue with me. I'm like,
But
you
you know they
talk
don't
about the
want to
white
either
man,
now.
but
There's
we
no
But they
still
don't
unity.
want
depend on him. We
but
But
they
still
there's no
depend
unity
on him.
within the
yeah,
black
they
race.
don't
There is
want
no
to. They
unity.
don't. They don't want to. And if that 1% get it, they won't share it. And but if they do share it, the people that they share, they go floss it. You get what I'm saying? Instead
Yeah.
of this bill, you get what I'm saying? Like everything's not built for me for the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like this, everything is not. So we do a lot of flow boating too much.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, but think
You
about it
know?
like this. With all the you got 90% of the athletes in basketball and football are black. You mean to
Mm-hmm.
tell me all those millionaires and it's never translated back down to they say we only 6 degrees of separation between everybody.
Hmm.
You
Right.
mean to tell me none of that money ever translates back down to the hood where those brothers could open up a car lot like the Mexicans and did to where people could go that didn't have bad credit?
But they don't want to. That's the problem. That's the problem. They're not doing that.
Yeah,
His thing going, whatever. You can hear me?
I hear
I can
you.
hear you. I can
There
hear
he
you.
is.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah. All right. You was freezing whenever you were saying. I was just
Oh,
telling you they're not going, their mind frame is not going in that direction to do that. Like I seen Booster said, somebody, one of you billionaires, go get a platform. It don't take $1 billion to make a Facebook. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And let
yeah.
me
Yeah.
get a percentage off of it. That man built Facebook just a program. That's it. You know, $0 down, and it became to whatever it was because he used it only for college people, right?
Hmm.
To a community for everybody from college, and you had to get approved. Like Facebook used to be hard to get on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he just eventually opened the platform to everybody because everybody was doing fake pages. Everybody started doing that, so he opened it up. And look where it's at. You know,
Yeah.
Hmm.
so it's basically we are not mind focused on this. We're focused on flashy clothes, cars, hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
Majority.
are too though.
But they when they do that, they can do that because they're going in their room on their little geeky computer, talking to their friends, their cousins, whatever. Man, what are you doing to make money? Oh, I'm doing this here. I'll hook you up. You know what I'm saying? Black folks
Mhm.
are not going to do that. Nor would they even think about going and get a car lot. They don't care to do those
Mhm.
things. They want to play basketball. They want to be the next rapper. That's what every black want to do. Young anyway. They want to be the next rapper, mama rapper, whatever you call that shit now. You know what I'm saying? They're
Mhm.
not worried about being a doctor, lawyer, you know, you either want to be a basketball player, that's still in the market. Football player, that's still in the market. You ain't even got black people trying to won't play soccer, won't do other stuff that you may be good at doing to make money. You just focus on you rap, football, basketball. That's it.
Yep.
Handful want to be doctors, nurses. The rest of them want to be
Mhm.
baby mamas. The rest
Yeah.
of them, I'd have my share of having fun, but I'm just telling you, the rest don't want to be baby mamas, stay in their mama house, tell their mama what to do, never going to want to work, looking for some old dude, the one that y'all call pedophiles, to take care of them. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Or get some money from a, which you consider a pimp, a hoe. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we could talk about a whole bunch of stuff. They could talk about generation gap. They could talk about what don't buy. Black folks, everybody do the same shit, but you own some other shit. You get what I'm saying? Like we're
Yeah.
on some dumb shit. Like we just are, we just really on some dumb shit at the end of the day.
Hey,
Like dumb shit.
I'm
Like
gonna tag you in some of those posts that because I don't know why. I know Facebook censoring me and stuff because everybody tell me they don't get my posts no more. But I'm gonna tag you in
yeah,
some of
they
those arguments in
sensitive.
the
That's why before you even start, just
yeah.
start tagging people. Like I used to have like a list of people I'll tag so they can talk and make conversation. So once that what you kind of get hot, they used to get mad with me. They'll just block the posts because I
Yeah.
have it turned up. I'll just say one negative thing in there. I'll go hit somebody post and say something negative. Girl,
They
please. Or I'll say, girl, nobody don't care. And I might not even feel like that.
Mhm.
It's just I'm starting a conversation. I used to do
Right.
that all the time. And the girl told me, "You so negative." I said, "Yeah, I am, huh? You like listening to me. You like following me, huh?"
but when I started talking about Biden and Harris and talking about she wasn't black, you ought to seen. I mean, it's like I went from
I got
having
into it with people.
100 and some comments to now maybe sometime two people seeing my posts.
Mhm.
And I get a lot of stuff about missing context. Like when I used to say that Kamala Harris wasn't black, I mean, it would always say missing context,
Mhm.
fact
Mhm.
checkers.
And you
Yeah.
know what you should have said? You know what you should have put? Mama agent, mama, what you calling? And I had to write Facebook because they did that to me, and I wrote them. I said, make me understand why you're speaking. This is a fact check because this is factual. And I
Mhm.
sent the thing because I always send it. They released it all. Yeah, they do. They do stuff. They do stuff.
Shit, they put me in Facebook jail for 30 days for
What you mean? I've
posting
been
her
on
birth
2, 3.
certificate.
I've been on 30 days.
Wow.
I've been on. They told me the next time I've been in Facebook jail so many times. They told me I would be banned it off the platform.
Yeah.
All type of shit. I be laughing
That's crazy.
my
Did you
ass
guys hear
off.
about Tiger Woods? He had a little thing here when down in Augusta when he last
Yeah.
performed down here. They made little gestures and jokes about him eating serving collard greens and cornbread, and
Yeah.
said he doesn't even eat that type of food. I'm like, but
Yeah.
you're half black though. I mean, you know, your mom is Asian, but your dad is black. So what do you eat?
Yeah.
What does your diet
Yeah.
consist of?
Yeah. But he never embraced it. I mean, because
Who said
I
he was
guess
gonna eat that?
it wouldn't benefit him. I mean, to say that he was black.
Yeah.
So I mean, he never embraced it. Something good to watch is that show on HBO Max right now called Tiger.
I like
I
it.
mean, yeah, I mean to know that that's how they caught him. He was having sex with a girl in the church parking lot,
Yes.
Who?
and the National Enquirer was sitting there recording everything.
Yes,
Who?
they were.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
how
how
he
you
got
got
caught.
caught?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they went and picked the girl's feminine hygiene product up off the ground,
Yeah.
and that's how they found out who she was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Tiger used to be a
man,
little
them people
sneak,
dirty.
didn't he?
Let them
A
be.
church parking lot.
That's a little. He's a little down low,
Them
heavy
people
hitter, right?
dirty. Them people dirty.
Tiger don't have those big teeth for nothing.
And the
Girl,
girls.
hold up. This man was in the courtyard, and she was bowing down to the pool pit. God, he was Lord, girl. What's wrong with these folks?
I remember when all
What
those
is
women
wrong with
started
these folks?
coming out. They were coming out in large numbers. They said, "Did you have sex with Tiger Woods?" He had every nationality known to man. I didn't
I
see no black women though.
don't nobody want no Tiger
He don't
Woods. Go
like
look
no
at
black.
Good black women don't like his ass. Shit.
Tiger was hung, but he didn't want us.
I tell girl, y'all gotta understand. Black women didn't want no damn Tiger Woods.
Tiger had the money though, but he didn't want us.
Yep. But
It's amazing how women always take our black men, but with him, he wasn't having it.
Well, first and foremost, women don't take our men. You know what I'm saying? They take whatever man they like. A man is like I just feel like a man that you can prefer whatever you want. Don't get it twisted. But if you think in your mind that you want one particular type of race, not just go after women because you think you might like them or they're less attractive, stuff like that. I just think you got low self-esteem about yourself.
Yeah.
And that shows me what you think about your black mama or your black sister. If you feel I don't like these type of girls, you know what I'm saying? Now I will say I done got into it with my son because he said black girls are ghetto one day,
hmm.
and I turned around. So you calling me ghetto? No, I'm not. You
Hmm.
really are ghetto, mama. But I'm talking about you. He just he just said he did say, well, he said, no, I'm not talking. He said, well, mama, well, you are, ghetto,
Hmm.
but you my mama. And he was like, the girls, like they don't argue too much. And I say, but they're manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so he had this thing going on with this girl. And I said, see how manipulative her ass is? Y'all talk about black women. See how manipulative her ass is. And so he was like, but I'm saying, no, I'm not saying. I don't understand what you're saying. It makes no sense what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
They like the most Spanish girls here because there's a lot of them here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what they see. They're not like in the hood, so that obviously you're gonna see more Spanish girls, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they the majority
So it
now.
is what it is.
They say
So
Hispanics gonna be more than white people in I think
uh,
2030.
I agree. And they're approaching us, and they're exceeding our community. They're not just coming over here; they're taking our
Yep.
jobs. They're taking over. Just
Every
like
well,
every hood we live in that we didn't want that crack house, they buying and fixing it up.
exactly, they're doing everything. They know how to work on cars. They're mechanics. They're
Yep.
landscapers. They're the
but that
jack
needs
of
to be black
every
folks
single
until
trade.
we spoil our children.
They're so
Till we spoil our
versatile.
children, we all the OGs, no matter if they was out there selling whatever, they knew how to fix a car, they knew how to
Right.
change oil, they know how to put water, whatever or whatnot. But this New Jack City don't know nothing other than a game.
Right. And they
Yep.
don't want to work. They want a free check.
They
They're
sure.
irresponsible. They want us to do it all. They want moms to do it all. Even though let's say dad's not present and we have to play both roles, it shouldn't even really matter because the child should want better than what their parents had when they were coming up. And it's passed down from one generation to the next. Our ancestors who paved the way for us, we have to do the same for our children and likewise. So if we're not setting the standard and setting certain boundaries for our children, what do you think they're going to do?
It's just
Yeah.
I feel that we giving our children too much. We didn't give them a chance to understand or do without something. Even if we didn't have it, we found a way to get it from them. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's I know that's why I went wrong. But all three, you know. And I mean it is what it is, and it's like when you say no, they don't understand it. They don't understand the word no because you always doing right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's just we got out. We really like the 70 babies. Honest to God, 70 early 80 babies really fucked this thing up because we wanted to. In our head, we thought we were doing right though.
Mm-hmm.
We put them in better schools. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
we making sure we work a little harder, or hustle, however we got it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
To make
Yeah.
sure our children was good in our mind. We think we doing the right thing, but I'm gonna be honest, we really fucked up. I know I fucked up big, bro. You got to make like I just had to give it to him, my son, like hard, like, but he paid his rent by
Good.
himself, and I was proud of him. I had to tell him, I said, I'm proud of you, but he understand. I think now on some things that he didn't understand. That's all I can say, about that. But I started be trying to run to pick him up a little bit, but I made him. I said I'm not butting in this month. I just not gonna butt in, and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And he paid it. He made sure everything was paid. And if you want your independence, you're gonna keep paying it. That's how that
Exactly.
works. Because you only have
Absolutely.
one alpha in here. You feel me?
Right.
So I think we're gonna knock it off because we supposed to got off at 10, but it's almost 11.
Yeah.
And I think we had a good conversation. That's why the vibe was pretty good.
Yes.
Kind of good with more than one or two people
Yes.
because we have everybody doing their opinions. We kind of stay short on the topics. It's just, you know, we did pretty good tonight though. But other than that, my friend, I said we're gonna let D start out. D like he got up and he was a mannequin James. She said, well, I think something wrong. I said, yeah. Default
I'm
they
sitting
look
right by my modem. I don't know what happened.
right. So, it's all good. We're gonna sign
Mhm.
off. I have things better prepared um tomorrow.
Nice meeting you, Carolyn.
Nice
And
I'll
meeting you
see
too.
y'all next week.
hopefully she'll be here with us next week. Hopefully.
I'll definitely be tuned in on next week, so you guys
Yeah.
look out for me.
I promise this week I will start promoting for sure. I'm gonna start putting flyers out, stuff our thing. Yeah, everybody has to do the same though.
Right.
Gang.
Okay.
That's it. I'll
Team
debate with you all day long. I won't even leave you hanging. I won't go to sleep. I promise. I won't snore. I won't cough. I won't hiccup. None of that.
yeah. I know we're gonna start doing like a little breaking news here and there. I'm just trying to start getting followers. I seen a few
Right.
on, looked at the video and stuff. We just need to keep it going every Wednesday around the same time, and everybody gonna start joining in. But
Exactly.
at
What
the
part of Texas are you from, D? By the way,
I'm from Baton Rouge.
are
Me
you
and
really?
Erica went to high school together, but I came to Houston like right after Hurricane Katrina in '06.
You like it out there?
Oh yeah, I wanted to come to Atlanta back in the days, but
Uh-huh.
Houston was better for me because I moved here. I didn't even have a job and was able to buy a home.
That's wonderful.
And so we've been here 15 years. I mean, I had to get away from family because
Toxic behavior.
yeah, I mean, it was bad. I'm the oldest, but I got a younger sister that I mean, it was whatever she said. So
Wow.
it made it where it was no room for me in the family no more. So
Okay.
I made a move and it was
Good
for
for
the
you.
better.
Good for you all. I have some folks out there in Dallas, but I don't get a chance to visit often. But they said that they were affected by that snowstorm. That was pretty bad, I heard.
Yeah, we was in a hotel for 5 days because we didn't have lights from Monday till Friday.
Damn.
And it was like 20 degrees outside.
Were you cold or were you warm next to your wife? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, we never got cold because I always prepare as soon as the lights
That's good.
blinked. 30
Yeah.
minutes later, I was like, "Hey, we need
Him
to
and the
find a
gang,
hotel."
him and the gang, let's go.
Yep, I
Gang,
can't
let's
be
go.
cold
That's what's
after
up.
Katrina. I'll
Mhm.
never play with that no more. I think we did 17 days without lights
Oh
for
my
Katrina.
goodness. Wow. How did you guys
Lights, no
survive that?
water.
How did you survive?
Well, um, with Katrina, it was just MREs. They was giving out MREs at Walmart every day,
Wow.
and I didn't work for 3 weeks.
Hmm.
And thank God we was planning on coming here already. So we had an apartment that at that time for $400 a month. And that
Wow.
was all utilities paid.
Hmm.
And so when I came
I ain't gonna
here,
lie. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
they
Go ahead.
showed me the game how to buy trucks and do that. I had never owned nothing in Louisiana. Louisiana was more like a
Suck
slave
you in.
plantation.
It suck you up. No matter what
Yeah,
you do wrong, it's over. You
yeah,
get what
Wow.
I'm saying? And then your family they can have all the resources to help you. Like I'm just being honest where I'm from. They can
Mhm.
have all the resources to help you and put you on or put you in it for you
Mhm.
to survive or like let me see XYZ. They ain't gonna do it. They just
true.
not
Wow.
gonna do it. That's just how like people like don't get it wrong. Like if you come to my family house, they're gonna treat you good. But
Right.
like family in house inside the family, it's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird dynamics how they do stuff. But if something happened, everybody want to fight. That what I don't get. Like everybody want to fight. If you get into it or whatever, everybody want to fight. But they
Yeah.
ain't finna try to allow you to win over them. They not finna do that.
It,
Mm.
it it got so bad, and I think about it. I come from I don't have no hood. It ain't no hood family or nothing like that.
Mhm.
I mean, it got so bad that I told we was at my sister's house for like a holiday, and
Mhm.
my mama had took her niece in because her stepmom had passed, and that was her last wishes for my mama to take her in. I
Mhm.
told my mama that my cousin, my 15-year-old cousin, was at my sister's house fucking behind the house,
What?
and they all turned it around on me and said that I shouldn't be telling what go on at nobody else's house. That's how toxic it was.
That's horrible.
That's crazy.
And now 6 babies later, 5 of them was alive, one of them died.
Hmm.
So she got 5 babies. The dude she with got 10.
Hmm.
Damn. Damn.
But that's how toxic it
Damn.
was. It
That's
was like I couldn't do nothing right. I
wow.
mean, you think about telling somebody, and my kids were like 7 and 8 years old. They watched my cousin have sex at family gathering at my cousin's house in the car in
Hmm.
broad daylight. My kids was like 7, 8 years old and watched that.
So you took off like Roadrunner and you went straight to Houston. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah,
y'all.
because it was just bad. I mean, you think about it, my sister told people I had AIDS, and my dad said,
What?
"Well, hey, if you don't have it, then why you mad about it?"
What?
It was just, I'm telling you, it was just that toxic to where I hadn't talked to my sister in like a year. I mean, when I do go home, I ain't been home in about a year because of the virus or whatever, but
Hmm.
I go see my parents, and about the first day that I'm there, I'm ready to leave because it's you don't have no peace of mind. And it's like we had that on both sides. I mean, my wife's parents were no different. I mean, I tell people that impressions are everything. The first time I met my wife's mother, we was at Southern, and my wife was typing a paper. My parents didn't have a computer back then. This is like in '95,
Hmm.
and her mom. This is the first time I met her. Her mom walked in and said, "I know you ain't typing no paper for him. I didn't buy that computer for you to do nothing for him on."
Hmm.
Ooh.
What?
Ow. Ow.
And it's like,
Ow. If you a player, baby.
I know.
So
And
what
it's
was your
like,
reaction to that?
I
He
mean,
didn't
I
know what
didn't
to
say
say.
nothing because I was always taught to respect my elders.
Respect your
That's
So,
elder.
true, but that's the first impression. What would you think the impression would have been if you had
well,
not been taught that?
yeah, I mean, but it's always been like that because about 7 or 8 years ago, they were at my house, and I just was telling a story about my wife teaching me how to drive a stick shift.
Hmm.
My mother-in-law automatically, we talking about 5 or 6 years ago. Me and my wife been together what 25 years now.
Wow.
We
Amazing.
talking about uh her mom got so upset about me talking about driving a stick shift because, and she said that I embarrassed her because she
Mm-mm.
know that my wife showed me with their car
Hmm.
and that
What?
she was never coming to our house again.
You see what I'm saying? Some people just have never been taught any better from birth, right?
Right.
Sad. Isn't that
And
sad?
these are black people. That's what
This
I'm
is sad.
saying. It just amazed me that you fight for people that you know will kill you in the drop of a dime physically or kill you mentally.
Right.
They know better. Why can't we just be united as one and love each other? That's why can't we just do that?
That Willie Lynch is strong. I mean, it worked. If you read it, they say Willie Lynch was just a myth, that's not even true. But if you read that letter, you'll see everything that it describes still going on in the black community today.
Yes, it is. I agree.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That shit crazy right there.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Shit, my wife's sister told my 2 and 3 year old that my stepson didn't have to listen to me because I wasn't his dad.
What?
So we've been through a lot. I mean, and it pushed us closer together. And we wouldn't have stayed together if we would have still been in Baton Rouge because it was times I would never go to our parents' house.
I don't
Who,
blame you. Who
who your
would?
wife is so I can speak to her because I don't think I know her. Do I know her?
Nah, she from Virginia. She graduated
Oh,
high school in Richmond, Virginia. Then I met her at Southern. Her dad got a job in Baton Rouge, and they moved as soon as she graduated.
Wow.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
my wife in the bed
Okay. I wanted to speak because I know she never met me yet, but okay.
next week. I'll make sure before we log on, I'll make
Okay.
sure she meets y'all.
Okay. We look forward to meeting her next week then.
Y'all,
Thanks
Yeah,
for sharing your story. That's an amazing story. But still, God brought you out of all of that toxicity. So that's
yeah, but
important.
it affects my kids though. I mean, because you think about when you grow up in a big city and you have no family, they feel that they missing something. But then when they go down there and see that they treated different, all those feelings come towards them. Then
I agree. Yeah.
that's crazy. That's really crazy.
That's
Like,
a very moving story, though. I mean, I never heard of such toxicity in my life. That's horrible.
no, I know. I mean, with the driving the car, I mean that just I didn't even know what I had did. I was just like, "What's going on?" And my wife told me afterwards.
what type of mama
Hmm.
she got? A Catholic? What kind of mama
And
they
she's
have?
embarrassed
They
because you're driving a vehicle when it's a
Yeah.
stick shift.
It
Come
used to
on.
be so bad that when she was pregnant, her dad co-signed for her a car. We living together now.
Hmm.
I When we would go to their house, I used to have to get out the car at the stop sign and let her drive the car into their yard.
You're kidding,
We
right?
we were 25 years old.
Well,
What?
you
So you
serious?
ready to write your book yet? Are you ready to write a book?
Yeah, I told my wife we're gonna write one. She
You need
said,
to.
"What?
With that
We
type
got to
of
wait
story
till
there,
we
you make millions.
we got to wait till everybody done pass because it's gonna hurt too many people." But
You
I
can't
mean,
worry
it would
about
be
the hurt.
all
It is
true.
what it is. You're telling the truth. Somebody
Yeah,
needs to say something. This generation now, the way things are going, we don't know what's going to happen next. Another year might be too late. Who knows? God
shit.
forbid.
My
Mm.
wife was working at McDonald's 2 miles from my parents' house. This when we 21 years old. She's still living with them. I'm living with my parents. I
What?
gave her my car. I bought a brand new car off the lot, off Salisbury Dodge's lot, and gave it to her because nobody would come pick her up from work every day.
But she
So
worked. No one had the guts to come and pick her up from work.
they wouldn't. They
What?
just wouldn't. She worked 2 miles from their home. I
No,
hitchhiked.
you're kidding me. Walking
I,
distance, 2 miles. You can
I
walk that.
hitchhiked. Yeah, I hitchhiked all the way to New Orleans every day for work with a guy down the street. She wasn't allowed to
Well,
park. She wasn't allowed to park my car in the driveway.
You're you're making this
like
up
what
right
kind
now.
of
I
like what
promise
kind
you,
of parents
God,
you had? Like on going, how many? What kind of parents she had?
the
Like that's extra church. That's something beyond church.
church
What
on
type of church did
Sunday.
they attend?
I think they Baptists.
Baptists acting like that?
They real strict. I mean, they real strict.
I grew
I
up in a strict
mean,
home with my parents, but I never heard of such a thing. That's horrible.
I know.
That's like being in prison in your own home.
It was. I mean, you think about it.
I
You
ain't gonna
are
lie, you're a
20.
real man. You're a real man because I don't.
You're stronger than most. That's all
Yeah,
you're
but
the better man than the
it
average man
made
because you sit there and you stood up and you took it and you left.
yeah, but it made me bitter. I mean, it's like I don't
Right.
even be wanting to be bothered.
I don't blame you. Who
I
would,
mean,
right? That is,
but
oh my gosh.
could you imagine with being 20, 25 years old, getting out at a stop sign to let your pregnant girlfriend drive the car into the parents' house on a car that you paying the note because she so sick while she pregnant she can't work.
That is too much. That is, you guys definitely have a story to tell. That's for
I
sure.
told her, let's do it.
You better do it. You need to do it. Wow.
A
I would
story.
have been and wrote a book by now. With all that being said, I'm like, what you waiting on? You're sitting on the gold mine.
Because I don't think nobody would believe it. I mean,
They will.
All
They
right,
will.
peoples, we gotta shut it down.
all
Peace.
right.
Okay.
I'll talk to y'all next week.
See you next week. Take
We
it
been
easy.
on
Be
2
blessed.
hours.
Remain blessed.
I know we.
All right now.
Yeah, have a
Okay,
great
bye-bye.
day. Bye.
Okay, bye. Hey, Erica, how we do?